Hello and welcome to the Tazer Podcast. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. I'd like to welcome you to this very, very different podcast today. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. It's a new concept. We're playing a bit of a game show, but before I get onto that, I'll explain the rules. Let me first introduce my guests today. So first and foremost, we have Kim, who's a good friend of mine from Sweden, who was actually somebody who started Tazer with me back in the day. Say hi.
Hello. Now I feel old.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time we've known each other. How long have we known each other now? It's a long time, isn't it? Must be over 10 years.
Yeah, I think it's 10 years plus.
It's nuts, isn't it? But we've also got Oscar from What You After and Ollie as well, who's also from What You After. Say hi, boys.
Hi there, I'm Oscar. I'm 26 and I live in Blandford. And I'm an estate agent.
And he's single.
Hi guys, I'm Ollie. I'm 24 and I live in Blandford and I'm a producer.
You know this isn't a dating show, right? You haven't got your dating profile out there. It's like, surprise, surprise. It's all guys now. We're going to match up with somebody who's here.
I thought we'd try and keep it cheesy, kind of like game show vibes.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. First thing.
That's where I like going with this.
So first things first. If you are listening to this, please let me know what the audio is like. If it's okay. Worst thing I want is to go the entire live stream and the audio sounds like crap. So please tell me if it's bad or good, and we can tweak stuff accordingly. I've just realised I forgot to put music on this as well. I had music set and I haven't set it on here, so we'll just have to go with that. We'll have to go with that music for today. But yeah, so the concept of today's show, if you may have noticed, I've been advertising it a little bit, is called Truth or Lies. Now, if you guys have seen the show Would I Lie to You on the BBC, their concept for that show is basically where they have stories where the other team have to guess if it's a lie, if it's true, etc. And that's kind of the same concept we're going for with this, with a slight twist. So the podcast itself, we've broken up into two parts. The first part will basically be on news stories that we'll each talk about. We've each got our own stories, each team. So we've got Ollie and Oscar are one team. They have two news stories between them. Kim has two news stories and I have two news stories. But the other guys in the team have to try and figure out whether those stories are real or whether they're lies. Now, there is one rule for this, and that is that you cannot look online. You're not allowed to look up anything online to find out if it's true or false. So if you're in the podcast, I'm talking to you guys who are on the podcast, if you're in this, you're not allowed to go and search online while the podcast is going on.
Will we be asking each other questions as we're telling the stories?
Yeah, that's the whole idea, that you can like ask and see what's... Sorry, guests are a little low. Sorry, the volume on the guests is a little low. I'll just bump you guys up. Keep your guys' volume. I'll tweak you guys myself. Right, how is that? If you guys speak a second.
Hello.
Let me know in the chat if that's any better. If not, I'll bump a bit more. But yeah, so you can ask questions, again, like they would in the normal show. You can ask questions about it and try and ascertain whether they're telling the truth or telling fibs. Yeah, so no looking on the internet. And also, if you're watching this, please, I know you can look on the internet, but try to keep it out of the chat because otherwise it ruins the whole concept. And at the very end, we'll be asking you guys to be the people who decide whether something's true or false, because we're telling you stories that we've got here as well. So, yeah, does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, has anyone got any questions before you started?
No,
No?
I think we're good.
Good.
Yeah.
So the only question I've got is, who wants to start? Who wants to tell a story first?
Shouldn't it be you?
I think you should.
You're
It should be me, but I like to put the option out there for everybody.
What you mean is that you want to go first, but you wanted to be polite and ask first.
Basically, yeah. So,
Well, you're it.
okay, cool. So I've printed all these out because I want to be really professional, and I'll say this sounds more professional, so you'd think they were real. Like I've actually done research. You know, like these might be false. Who knows? But I just thought I'd print them out because it sounds like I've done research. It's a bit of a tactic. So the first story, the headline I've got is "Bones Under Bathroom Floor," and no, this isn't a story about exploring with fighters. So we're going back into that. Oh dear. So the story is, a UK builder found bones underneath the floor of a bathroom. He found them right below the toilet as well, which kind of speaks to me more like a bad curry. And he found it at the weekend as well, which apparently doesn't usually work. The builder's name is Jonathan Betts. He's age 36. He's also on a dating profile, apparently. Company is JB Plumbing, and he's from Plymouth. So this happened in January of this year, 2024. And initially, I'm not sure why he said this, but initially he said he hoped they were from a dog.
I couldn't tell the difference.
Well, they were just bones on the floor. They'd been there for quite a while. So I've got more details, but I'm not going to tell anything
There's
else.
just a lot of detail there, Nathan.
Yeah, well, I like to make... don't forget, I like to write stories. I have a book out there. I like to make stuff. Details are all the information. So, that's what I want to give you out as details. Whether they're true or false is totally up to you to decide. But I've got more details. I'm not going to go into them just yet. I want you guys to ask me some questions.
What bones did he find?
Well, apparently it says they were pig bones.
Pig bones?
Pig bones, yeah. Definitely not
He
human.
thought they were human bones.
No, wait, he wasn't sure. He said he hoped they were dog, just based on the fact that he hoped they weren't human.
Well, I'm sure he'd rather they were pig bones than dog bones. Sounds like a psychopath.
He does sound like a psychopath, but we're not here to judge what a man's thoughts are. But he posted a
No, it's all about the backstory, Nathan.
Oh, I mean, he found them bones.
He did find the bones, yeah. So
Make a nice broth, did he?
he what? Sorry,
Did he make a nice broth with the bones?
he made like a bone soup, yeah, bone soup broth.
Yeah, bone marrow.
No,
That sounds
apparently,
like stock.
apparently the bones ended up back under the house once he'd finished with them because where is it? Where have I written it? I wrote it there. Yeah, put the bones back because they apparently were placed there to ward off bad spirits.
Right, pig bones. Well, that's a lie.
Apparently, I don't know anything about it, but apparently that's what they were there for. So we decided to put them back.
Ward off bad spirits. What religious belief is that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Could be anything.
It's crazy land.
The story's cracking now, isn't it?
Could be
Yeah.
anything. I've only got limited information, I'm afraid. I can't give all the details on the man's life.
Yes, all shit.
Would you like to know any more details about it? Apparently, he posted a video on TikTok about it, where one user said, "You should have phoned the police. They would have done the digging for you."
You can trust TikTok, can't you, to come into play here?
Yeah.
Of course, it's 2024.
How old is TikTok?
I don't know. Is it out of kindergarten yet? I don't know. Actually, I have no idea how TikTok is. I'm guessing probably something like 2018. No, 2018 probably, something like that.
Well, it's a rebrand of Musical.ly, wasn't it? And that was around for a while.
Oh, really? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
This isn't an information on TikTok, I'm afraid. It's just the story. I don't know anything about the history of TikTok.
Okay.
As if we would take anything on TikTok on face value anyway.
Also, John said, "I've been in the industry for over 20 years and I've never seen anything like it before." I say that's because he doesn't work weekends, apparently. And he found it on the weekend. So, maybe, it's just the weekend builders that are finding bones under the floors.
And he's never worked a weekend since.
In fact, it's disappeared completely. Some say his bones are under a bathroom floor.
It's a good sign. You shouldn't work weekdays.
Should always have
Or
weekends
weekends.
off. Yeah, should have weekends off. Right. So where are you guys leaning so far? What do you reckon?
So have we got a guess now, do we?
Well, you can ask. That's all the information I've got, pretty much. So you guys can ask any questions you want. I can try and answer them, but obviously I've only got the information that I've given you guys. So it's up to you.
Yeah, see, I feel like if it was true, you'd know a lot more.
Okay.
Or you could just say
You've got
that
as
in
much
order to
as you
fool
can
us.
and you've run out.
Oh, apparently Outworth Butler said that TikTok started in 2016. Just for that
Okay.
bit of background information. What's the chat thinking? Do you reckon it's true? Do you reckon it's a lie? What do you reckon so far?
When did you
I
say
think
this
it's a lot.
happened?
Yeah,
So apparently
I
it happened
reckon
in
you've.
January 2024. So very recently.
Yeah, pretty recently.
I think you've made this up, and I think you've tried to make it sound really obviously true,
Right.
and give as much detail as you can.
That would be the clever way of playing it, yes.
Then I'm gonna say the opposite because I don't want to give Nathan that pleasure of being clever.
Oh, you don't have to give me that pleasure. I'm always clever.
No.
So when do we find out?
I mean, whenever you guys have confirmed, if you lock in your answers, doesn't mean you guys as a team need to
I'm
lock in your
locking
answer.
in that is fake.
Yeah, I'm locking in that's fake.
That's fake. Kim,
I'm gonna say it's true.
you're going to say it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so the actual answer is, and the audience will be able to see this before you because I'm going to put it on screen. The actual answer is it's true.
I mean,
Okay.
better luck next time,
It is
chaps.
actually true. The Jonathan Betts did actually post a TikTok video about this, and he did show the bones that he found, and he did indeed put them back under the house because apparently they were to ward off bad spirits.
Oh, see, I told you it's true.
That is true.
That's great.
So we have learned that pig bones doesn't do anything for plumbing then.
Apparently
that
not.
one right, didn't we? That's good.
But the audience were with you as well, because Sarah Bell said false, Out with Butler said a lie, and yeah, it was true. It was absolutely true.
Okay. Interesting.
Right, who's going next then?
Well, you got that one right, so I think you should go next.
Oh,
Me?
fair enough.
Oh, Kim. I was going to say, I just went.
Everything isn't just about you, Nathan. You
Everything,
know this, right?
everything is about me. Don't be silly. Do you see your name
yeah.
on the logo? I don't see my name on the logo either, because I'm not Tazer. But you know,
I didn't see our logo on there anywhere, actually.
Yeah,
Just to be clear.
your links will be in the description.
You mean you're watching his stream?
Logos in the description.
Yeah, I'm watching the chat.
Yeah.
Right, so who's going? Is it Kim now? Is it?
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
I picked a bit of an older story.
Yep.
But one that I kind of liked it.
Okay.
Because it's about Ukraine, which is kind of relevant.
Yes, yeah, definitely relevant.
It's about Chernobyl. And they wanted to use this.
This is going to make me sad, isn't it? Because
This
this is going to make me sad because Chernobyl is somewhere that we were going to explore, and then the whole war happened, and we had to cancel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to make me sad. Carry on.
Well, they wanted to use this huge amount of ground for something,
Yeah.
but you can't have people there. So they thought, well, we'll make a solar farm out of it because it's perfect. No one goes there. Not much animals.
I mean, there's the giant wolves. They go there.
Yeah, and the two-headed cows, but you know, they're not harming anyone.
They're Brahmin.
Yeah, exactly. But there's there's sort of a gap in the planning.
Yeah.
They had big plans and everything up to 2016, and then it just went dark.
Okay.
And then in 2018, they started building again. And apparently this gap was because they received huge amount of backlash. Because it's a huge investment in making a solar farm.
Well, not just
so they
that,
asked people.
but surely the radiation. I mean, guess that they're going to have workers at this solar farm, or is it just going to be a case of?
Yeah, you can be in there for short periods of time. So with the proper equipment, you can go in, do a shift, and then get the fuck out again. But you can't stay there.
Yeah. What about like snow and stuff? Because isn't that going to cover like the solar farm? It's going to cover the panels.
All solar panels have built-in heaters, so they melt
That's
snow.
bullshit. Not in this country, they don't.
No, that's why it doesn't work here, because the heaters uses more power.
Right.
But they have more. What's it called? More sun chances because it's in Europe.
Yeah. So there's more sun.
Yeah.
Than obviously this country.
Yeah.
We get more rain. We need to figure out something to do with the rain for electricity. That'd be good.
Yeah, because
think
nothing
it does
bad
get more
happens.
sun.
Pardon?
I don't think it does get more sun than us.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, in the summer maybe.
Definitely not.
I know they get more snow.
Also, I think there'd just be loads of problems with putting solar panels at Chernobyl. How do you keep them maintained? There's just so many things.
Would the radiation affect the solar as well? Surely.
I always go for the radiation stuff, fuck with the electronics.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking as well.
Well, that's part of the reason why no one heard anything for 2 years, because people were starting to say that it was a conspiracy because they were going to sell the radioactive, I'm making hands now, radioactive electricity that they got from the solar panels to poor people.
Is these the same people that think? It's the same people that say 5G is what caused COVID.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to start making 8Gs out of those solar panels.
Yeah, and it became this huge thing that no, you can't sell it because it's radioactive energy. And it's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, no, surely not.
And they tried to explain it that
the whole nuclear energy thing's radioactive energy anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, we've got more details on this, or is this is it?
What type of details do you want?
I don't know. I mean, like, who was putting this in place? Like the Ukrainian government, or is it like outside sources, or?
No, it's an outside source that decided to invest.
Okay.
But I don't have the name, unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, I know which way I'm leaning. I don't know about you guys.
I think we've already decided our answer on this one.
I don't think that's real. It just doesn't make sense.
No. You
It's
get
up-
radiation dust, it pollutes the atmosphere around for years and years and years. I just think you'd get less light there than you would in a lot of other places. I'm saying that's false. Locked in.
The radiation, the dust, the electronics.
They could always get the urban explorers when they go into, like, do a bit of filming. They can be like, right, you can go in this
If
building
Neil
if you
goes
clean the
back
solar
again,
panel.
he'll die.
Yeah, Neil will go and work there. He's fine. He's already got a
Well, he's
lethal
not.
dose.
He's far from fine, bless him.
What about the audience who's watching? What do you reckon? I mean, I'm leaning on the side of lie as well. I still think. I mean, it's not the strangest thing in the world, but I feel like it's very bizarre to try and put a solar panelled farm somewhere that sees more snow than anything else, and the radiation is definitely going to like affect the electronics and the not necessarily the power you get from it, but I feel like it would in some way affect it negatively.
How long ago did you say that this was?
It was started. The project started in 2016.
Okay.
The only thing, because I recall from around that time, they were thinking about putting a huge dome over it.
Oh, well, the elephant's foot thing.
Yeah, something like that. I remember hearing about a huge dome down there.
When was the annex of CAMEO as well? Or CAMEO it was called.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
I'm just wondering because obviously when the Ukraine war first happened, obviously the Russians have now got Chernobyl, haven't they? And I'm sure it's in the same region. They came through the Crimea, which they annexed in whenever that was, to Chernobyl. So the fact that was already also under contention from the Russians then, I feel like it would have been difficult to try and get any kind of thing built on that particular bit of land because of the risk as well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm leaning towards lie personally. I'm actually going to lock in my answer of lie, I reckon.
So you think it's a lie? How about Oscar?
Oh,
and Ollie?
we're locking in that's false.
You're locking it in? Okay.
Okay. Then you are both wrong. In 2018, it was actually finished.
So it was
Now
true.
solar panels.
It was
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
Ah. Oh my god.
It is now
I thought we'd be good at
3,800
this game.
solar panels less than 100 meters from reactor 4 that's supporting 2,000 apartments with electricity.
God, so they actually built it there. I bet it's not
Yeah,
there
it's
anymore. I bet it's
complete.
been demolished.
Yeah, I bet now it might be.
Yeah.
2018 it was completed.
That's nuts. That is crazy. Again,
I had the same questions you have. That why would they build it there? I mean, sure,
Yeah.
no one goes there, but I mean, there are lots of places no one goes that would be more accessible, right?
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. The audience with us as well. They thought it was a lie as well. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it because it's sort of. Well, it's
It does, it feels-
Why there?
It's a good story actually because it sounds plausibly fake.
Yeah,
But
that's why I liked it. 'Cause
yeah,
that's
yeah.
perfect for this.
right. So Ollie and Oscar, let's go with your one.
No, you can go on.
Okay, so deep fried toothpicks are the latest TikTok food trend.
Sorry, eat fried toothpicks.
Yeah.
Deep fried toothpicks.
Okay. I mean, that's no stranger than Tide Pods, I suppose. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
go on, carry on then.
Well-
Is there more to that, or is it?
I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? You ask questions and I'll answer. I mean, what can you say?
Deep fried toothpicks.
So are people actually doing this, or is this like are there videos on this?
I mean, there's real concern about this.
I
Obviously.
can
Apparently
see
it's some
why.
sort of electricity.
How many people have died?
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
there's not been deaths, but the thing is, it specifically says this is not a product to eat, and the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety don't like it. You know.
Sorry,
It's not even a question for them because it isn't food.
I was going to say, sorry, they said this product is not for eating. Well, that's like putting peanuts in a bag and saying may contain nuts. Is that not bleedingly obvious?
This is an Asian trend. They are generally known for eating things a bit outside of the box.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
What
they're eating
are
stuff.
they
They're eating
doing
stuff
with
from
powdered
inside the
cheese?
box.
What are the
Other seasonings.
It's like eating a rice cake.
Yeah, no, hang on. Actually, I think I'd rather the toothpick.
what are the toothpick made of? Is it wood or is it like bamboo or something?
Is bamboo not wood?
So
yeah, but
it's-
people can eat bamboo. so-
Can they? Oh yeah, of course they can. You're Chinese. Well, duh. Obviously.
It's I think they're made from like potato starch, if I remember. But they're mixed with like certain things, certain other chemicals and things to make them the way they are. But when you deep fry them, they kind of puff up like a what's it?
Right. Okay. So they're a bit like maize crisps, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
So when you say toothpicks, so they're not actually like when we think of toothpicks, they're not like wooden sticks.
So yeah, over here we have wooden toothpick, but in like the picture, if you were to look, it's like that, but they're plastic.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, they're plastic.
It looks, yeah, they look plastic. They look plastic.
Like, I really wish we could see this picture. Can you put it in the Discord chat so we can see it?
You want us to put? Well, no.
Aw. I thought you were going to fall for
Also,
that then.
almost like
Well, you want us to put pictures in the chat?
Well,
they're
you-
almost like a luminous green as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get other colours. I mean, I'm not an expert.
yeah, well, I mean, it is tough to put
I
pictures
mean,
in the chat
I'm
when
sure-
the story's false, isn't it?
I'm
They
sure
people actually season them as well.
So what sort of
What?
seasonings are they putting on
lead-based paint.
them? Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably pick like a sour cream and chive.
Well,
I
yeah.
suppose it's a preferable.
Have the audience got any questions they want to
Probably,
ask this?
the
Because
sweet chili would go
I'm really curious.
Yeah,
I think
sweet chili toothpicks.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please.
sweet
Yeah.
chili toothpicks. Yeah. If
Why would people eat them? I mean, there must be noodles or something that can be.
There's
You know,
better-
why
there's
the
better-
toothpicks?
To be
People
fair,
have
though,
eaten Stranger Things. Haven't
yeah,
they?
I was going to say, having said that, there's people out there that eat like scorpions and like entire tarantulas whole.
I,
And, like,
I watched a TV program once where a woman would get like through a mattress and a half a week.
yeah, I saw that. That's weird. That's seriously weird.
Another one where a woman was just drinking her own blood.
Yeah.
And urine. That's the strange
that's
addiction
just
things, isn't it?
urine.
Like, but the thing is, this isn't like a one-off. This isn't a person you're talking about. It's not like an individual just eating these things that you're talking about. This is like a TikTok trend.
Oh no,
No, this is a
So-
whole trend.
it probably started with one person, but you know what TikTok's like.
Yeah. Well, the audience is
So
saying lie.
If they deep fry them, do they get soft so they don't get stuck in the throat or something?
Well, I guess when you deep fry them, it expands them, so they turn into. What I can imagine is like packing foam, them foam things.
Like peanut
Yeah,
things.
the styrofoam.
I could imagine it would be something like that, but like I said, I've not tried them. I don't know. I wouldn't like to eat it myself. It looks a bit sharp on the end still.
Yeah,
but-
a little bit cutthroaty.
Why do I get the feeling you guys have just found a really random picture and they created a story around it? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you've just
Well,
found
it's up for you to determine that.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
a wild imagination. That's the issue.
Yeah.
this. Is I do know what you like. So this, I don't know. The weird thing is though, like as much as I really want to say lie for this one, I'm kind of leaning towards true, and I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
why.
doing the same. But it's kind of the truth.
Yeah,
I wanted at the same
Yeah,
time. I
Janet
want it
Street
to be
Court is
true.
fond of these.
Oh. Do you know what? I'm going to lock in my answer as true. I don't know why, and I'm thinking I'm completely wrong, but I'm going to lock it in just because I think that's so random. It's got to be true.
It's one of those things that I sort of want the story to be true because I think it's a good story, but at the same time I don't want it to be true because I don't want to be on the same earth as these people.
Well, there's much weirder people on this earth, especially in this day and age. Jeez,
Yeah.
I identify as a toaster. Oh. Right,
Oh,
No.
fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna say true as well, actually.
true. So we're both
Yeah.
going true. So go on then. What is it?
Okay, well, the story is in fact true.
It is true.
Yeah.
I'll send you the picture now. Hang
Yeah,
on.
I need
Yeah.
to see the picture of this. This is so weird. I can't believe that's true. Sarah Brown said it
I'm
could
so
be true as folks are
disappointed
just
in
odd.
humanity.
Yeah, Sarah Brown said it could be true as folks are just odd, which is very true. That's why we leant towards it, because we're in such a weird world now. It's
Yeah.
odd. Let's see if you sent the picture. I'm gonna have a look at this.
Not everyone.
Hang on,
should
we
be
got to
on the internet.
snapshot it. So, bear with.
Technical difficulties, bear with us. This is why I need some like elevator music.
You can sing, can't you?
Wow. we'll get onto my story later.
You've got to send it in Discord. You can't send it in the stream.
How many guys does it take to figure out how Discord works?
He tried to send
More
it in
than
the
four,
stream chat
apparently.
on YouTube.
I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, you can't send it in the chat. It doesn't do pictures, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, where's that? I've got a pop up. Oh, there it is. Oh, they do look weird, don't they? They look a. See, I would have like. Wait, I can see the pack of toothpicks as well.
Green.
Yeah, I can see the pack of toothpicks as well. They look like noodles, like green worm noodles. I try to describe things so the chat can't see them, but they literally look like green worms. Is the best way I could describe it.
No.
How weird.
Where's the picture?
I got a pop up and it's in the private chat somewhere.
I think you've got to click in the top right corner on the little speech bubble.
You found it?
No, I have not.
I don't know how to
Right,
send this.
can you just mute us for a second, Nathan? I need to ask you something.
I
off
can't.
the stream.
I can't mute you guys individually, but I can. Hang on. I'll mute the.
Mute all.
Right, you're muted. Sorry, guys. Private moment. No, not necessarily. I said they could both be truth. They could both be fake, or what? It could be one or the other. We'll be right back. Hang on a sec. You ready? Do you want me to unmute you yet? Because the chat can still they can still hear. They can still hear me. Just hear one-sided conversation.
I just wanted to make sure the logistics of your thing was going to work.
Yeah, no,
So
it could
have
be.
we all seen the toothpicks?
Yes,
I
I've
still
seen.
can't see it.
I've seen toothpicks. I'll show you the toothpicks later. I can say the picture.
Yeah.
Just surprise me. They look like green worms. All right, that's how they look. So am I going next? Because obviously I started, or did you want to do it in a random way?
Don't mind.
I don't mind. I'm playing this by ear. It's completely new, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's
Get
go
up that
with you then.
random wheel thing.
You go with me?
Kind of like custom things in. Spin the wheel.
Well, let's go. Just go with me for now because I'm ready now. So let's go with me.
Go.
Right. So, story number 2 for me. The headline is "Boyfriend busted for dressing in drag to take girlfriend's exam." Which,
Oh yeah.
in itself,
Oscar, that was the other day.
yeah. Oh shit! It was true. You got it. Damn it. Yeah, it was Oscar. I saw this headline and I was like, I have got to go with this. I've got to go with this, 100%. A story. It's the. Sorry. Right. Hang on. Let me give some details first of all. Man is called I can't pronounce his names, by the way. Angris Singh, and he's aged 26.
By the way, we've got these microphones. Mine's been clipped onto my glasses, and Ollie's have clipped to the top of his hat. We look so silly.
They sound good though. They do sound good.
You should
So yeah.
take a picture of that later on.
So like I said, man is Angris Singh, and he's aged 26, and woman was, I apologise, this is going to be butchered, Paramjit Kaur, aged 34. So the story for me sounds like it comes right out of a TV show. Have you guys ever seen Suits? Anyone seen Suits,
Yeah.
the TV show?
No.
No, it's the main character in Suits is a guy who basically fakes his way into being a lawyer.
Meghan Markle.
Yes, Meghan Markle's in it. That's correct. Yeah, she's in it. She's actually plays the main character's girlfriend. But
Did you once bump into her on a night out in Cleethorpes?
did I bump into her? Not as far as I'm
Yeah, on
aware.
a night out.
Yeah, so the guy in that show is basically somebody who fakes being a lawyer, and before he's a lawyer, before he fakes being a lawyer, he basically goes and does people's exams because he's super intelligent. And I saw this and I was like, that sounds exactly like that, 100%. So basically, he tried entering the examination hall by dressing up to look like his girlfriend. She had apparently previously failed the exam to become a healthcare worker. So again, he's doing this so she can become a healthcare worker.
But if you fail the exam, I don't want her to be a healthcare
Exactly my point. It's like,
yeah, right.
how bad
I'm
is
calling true
how
purely on the
bad is
basis that this is something I do.
So yeah, he apparently shaved his face, put on makeup, and dressed like a woman. He even forged his girlfriend's ID. Officials grew suspicious when the picture on the original application form did not match his appearance. They even performed a biometrics test to be sure. They're both facing multiple charges for this. One police officer said a man can take such a risk only for his girlfriend. Authorities deemed the bizarre case as an example of people doing anything for love.
And I would do
Anything
They made a biometric scan.
Yeah, they even did a biometrics scan. It's ridiculous. It's just a mad story. And I just
Is it because they can't walk up to him and say, "Are you a man or a woman?" in these days?
Probably. I can't show you the pictures, but they're quite funny.
I'm saying it's true. Straight
Yeah.
up locked in.
We're calling true.
So, audience are with you. They're saying true as well. Did you want to ask any questions about it? I do know a little bit more information about this, like basic information that was from what I researched.
Don't need to ask questions.
No,
Like,
No.
we've got everyone right so far, so we're going.
So are you? Because the
We're
thing
not gonna
is,
get this one wrong.
the way I approached this show, I decided that I was, because it sounds like I've researched every little bit of this, and that's exactly what I wanted to come across like. I wanted to make sure that this is why I printed things on paper. So even if I made something up, I wanted it to sound.
Nathan, you're the type to research your own.
You're
bus
correct.
route that you take
I
every day.
absolutely no, you're correct. I absolutely am. But that was the point. I wanted to come across every story you hear from me throughout these podcasts will sound like I've read it somewhere on purpose.
Not us. We're winging it all the way.
I'm just saying that. So you could be wrong. That's what I'm saying.
what hair color was the wig?
What hair color was the wig? It was brown.
All right.
It
was
wasn't.
brown.
It was ginger because it was me. But okay.
Yeah.
But
I want it to be true.
Yeah.
I do.
so does anyone want to lock in their answers for that, or you want to ask more questions, or
Nah, we're confident.
you're confident? So you both locking in true.
Yep. Locked in,
Yeah.
nice and tight.
Yeah, I'm locking it in.
Okay, well, the audience home, like you said, you're going to see this beforehand. It was, in fact, true.
It was.
It was true. Yes, you're correct.
Fucking good, see? We're good.
Yeah,
Too good.
we haven't
But
got
just,
one wrong yet.
if you do come onto this show again, just for future reference, all of my stories will sound like I've read them from a thing, even the way I read them. This is why I've printed them, so I can read them out. So it sounds like I've read them from
I'm
something.
setting the poker
They
face
won't.
now.
They won't always be true. I'm telling you that now. Right. Anyway, Kim, your second story.
Yeah. My second story is from Welsh. And I have
From
purposefully
Welsh?
not written down.
Sorry,
any
from
names.
Welsh or from Wales?
Wales.
From
What
did I
Welsh,
say?
dude.
You said Welsh.
They did.
It's from
Oh,
a
I thought
language.
you meant you were going to translate it from Welsh.
That would be
No.
impressive.
That's impossible.
That would be impressive even
That
by
would
my
be very
standards.
impressive. Yeah.
No, this is an article I found.
Yeah. So you finally got one right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The ambulance in Welsh is having problems.
Yep.
They have gone out in the news and in public to ask people not to call the fucking ambulance when they make stupid stuff. Because apparently they have more than, I think it's 180 or something calls a day that they have to go out on that had nothing to do with the ambulance. And it's everything from people missing their false teeth.
Right. True. I'm locking this in where it's true. The amount of
They have
people that
been-
call ambulance for stupid reasons.
And they have been called in, and I quote, for someone who had put his hand through the mirror, what's it called, the postal slit in the door and got stuck.
A post box. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And they said, you don't call the ambulance for that. You call a best friend to get you loose because you don't want it spread on the internet that you're so stupid.
To be fair though, like I've seen so many people that have called police and ambulance and stuff for that kind of thing. Usually it's the fire brigade because they can obviously cut things open, but that is not at all out of the realms of possibility. 100% that could be true.
And
I think it's false.
You think it's false?
Yeah.
My reasons behind it are, if you'd have said police, Welsh police, but you don't just think, I don't believe that. Welsh embassy as well, like it's
Welsh
the
embassy.
Like,
I didn't hear that. Did you say Welsh embassy?
They have McDonald's in each of their cities. Like, I'm calling.
So what's the main story again? Just to recap.
They have gone out in public telling people to stop being stupid, basically, and stop
So they've
calling
not-
an ambulance.
They've not said.
I'm not going out in public. Let's be honest.
Well, they've not said that they're not turning up for jobs like this. They're just saying that they want people.
They are turning up. They have to turn up.
Yeah, but
because
that's
they
what I
call
mean. They're
them
not
ambulance.
because if you'd said that, I would have turned around and go, "That's false." But so they're not saying they're not turning up. They're just basically doing a PSA to say, "Stop being an idiot."
Yeah, they're saying this isn't an emergency. Call somebody else.
Okay.
But even then, it wouldn't be the embassy's job to government.
Ollie and Oscar, you sound miles away. I'm not sure why, but all of a sudden you sound really, really quiet.
But no idea.
My mic.
Are they still
It's
there?
having mic problems.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
That's
that was
much better.
much
There's
better.
like-
There we go.
for some
He
reason, you
held
sounded
down the
really
power
far away.
button on his microphone.
Oh, it does help when it's on.
Yeah.
So Sarah Bell was saying true. I still think that could be true because especially with like governments nowadays, they're getting quite open and honest about stuff. Like behind the scenes, they're bullshit, but they're quite open about saying stop being an idiot in public. I mean, look at Boris Johnson for God's sake. The
Yeah,
stuff he
but-
said.
When you think of the Welsh,
I think of sheep.
and you think of idiots. So why would the? Yeah, no. I'm locking in on
Yeah, but
false.
you were saying that hang on, you were saying that you think of idiots, but then this is exactly what he's saying that the government are saying. They're saying that they're
but
being
I just
idiots.
don't think they'd even. No, I don't think they'd go through the hassle.
I don't think they'd know the number for the embassy.
Yeah, this is the thing. To find a number like that, it's not. Yeah, no, false. Got to be.
I will say that I think there is one like bullshit bit about it, like the fact that they're turning around and saying you should call a friend and stuff, but sheep can't help. So how on earth are they going to like open the door?
Well, yeah,
They can't even use
exactly.
keys and stuff. So what are they going to do?
Oh dear. Yeah,
I-
false.
No, see, I don't reckon. I don't reckon. I really don't. I reckon it's true, and it looks like we've got a split decision in the audience as well because if you've got one saying true and one saying lie, I
I'm
reckon.
saying it's
So you got
we're locked in.
you're locking in false.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to lock in true.
Okay, so you're both locked in?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, then I will tell you it is true.
Hey! I got one right.
They got what is it? 68,416 calls last year, which was just bogus.
But to be fair, you were kind of right. Yeah, but you were kind of right though because you said that they were stupid. So
Yeah, and they have gone so far as to they are starting to post the conversations that people have with the emergency service on the internet,
oh my
just
god,
to show people this isn't an emergency.
yeah, that's
And
funny.
one of them is I ate too much kebab and now my stomach hurts.
The thing is, my boss, his daughter works for the ambulance service. Obviously not in Wales, it's in the UK, but the amount of calls that she gets, they're just like not for any good reason. So that doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me at all. That's just what people do because people are thick. Let's be honest. Like I know I shouldn't say that in public, but people are thick, and I include myself in that.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's so many, and one of them about the teeth, the false teeth. He thought he had swallowed his false teeth.
So-
But
sorry,
I mean,
Kim,
it's
can
an
you start
entire
again?
row of teeth.
Kim, can you explain that again, please, without the without the bad English? Yeah, from the top.
Talking is difficult.
I know. I'm just making him do it again because it's funny.
Yeah, false teeth.
False teeth. False
Teeth.
teeth.
Yeah,
False.
and as we all know,
teeth.
teeth are called toothed. in the
Teeth.
plural.
Right. Anyway, last story of this round, and then we're going to take a short break. So, who's doing this one?
okay.
Well, it's only one left. So
No, I meant is it Oscar or Ollie? Not. I know it's them. There's two of them. Remember?
Florida man confesses to killing grandfather, pulls human ears from pocket during questioning.
What the? So wait, did she kill him by pulling his ears off?
Well, he was charged with second-degree murder and battery of a law enforcement order. It doesn't actually say if that's how he died. He was stabbed multiple times with a butcher knife, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And probably hit with a baseball bat if I was to throw my input in there.
Just okay.
Yeah.
So she was his daughter, was it?
His grandfather.
Oh, so his granddaughter. Okay. So grandfather is the one
No,
that's... I'm really confused.
It's
Grandfather...
a Florida man.
Wait, it's a Florida man, and then the grandfather...
A Florida man is charged with murdering his 77-year-old grandfather.
I swear you said daughter.
And cutting the elderly man's ears off with a knife.
And putting him in his pocket.
And putting him in his pocket, then pulling him out.
Why did he put the ears in the pocket?
All about.
Do we have any more background on this? Like, is there any more details? Or
What do you want? His name's Colby Parker.
False.
30.
False. That was such a made-up name. False. Colby Parker.
He must have had a hard time during the last 2 years.
That 100% sounded like a made-up name. I'm basing my...
COVID isn't allowed in here.
You've got to have demons, don't you, to cut your grandfather's ears off?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past someone
I
to
can
do
tell you his grandfather's name if you want.
that. What is it? Donald Duck?
Ronald Wells Sr., actually.
Ronald Wells Sr., okay. So did he know McDonald as well?
Huh?
Did he know McDonald? Ronald's together.
You know, they were smoking weed together before there was this big old...
Well,
What,
speculation.
Ronald McDonald?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big weed smoker, that Ronald McDonald.
So was he high when he murdered him?
Yeah, well, he was smoking a bit of the Sweet Mary Jane, a bit of the old devil's lettuce, so I can imagine. But
apparently, Colby was acting in self-defense when the older
would say
man
that, though.
attacked him with a knife.
If you were found with your granddad's ears in your pocket.
He apparently stabbed him numerous times, then cut his ears off and decided to keep them in his pocket.
Ironically, with the ears in his pocket, he wasn't allowed out on bail.
What, just because he had ears in his pocket? Is that the reason he was allowed on bail?
No. That secured him.
Do you think he cut them off before he killed him so that he couldn't hear him coming?
Well, look, I don't know what order he did
Well,
things in.
he was already there. They were smoking weed together.
And then he just snuck up behind him, cut his ears off, and then stabbed him.
Colby Parker did.
Colby Parker.
Every murderer has a process and a thing, don't they? And obviously, his is cutting ears off.
And smoke weed.
Every day. Hey. Oh no, this is false. I'm locking in false. 100%.
I think it's his fault as well.
They're locked in.
He's locked in.
That story was actually true.
Oh,
really? Wow.
Yeah, I tricked you.
It's in Lake County,
It was the name for me. It was the name.
Florida.
I was just like
Colby Parker
Colby Parker, 30 years old,
killed his grandfather, Ronald Wells Sr.,
oh
and
my
cut off
God.
his ears.
told deputies he and his grandfather, Ronald Wells Sr., were smoking marijuana when there was a confrontation. Parker claims he was only acting in self-defense when the older man attacked him with a knife. He told deputies he managed to get the knife away and used it on Wells, who was found dead on the front porch with multiple stab wounds. While he was being questioned by police, Parker allegedly pulled 2 human ears from his pant pockets, which were later discovered to be those of his grandfather, according to a police report.
Brilliant.
Hard to say that was self-defense.
Jeez. Well, I hope they gave him a fair earring.
No.
And on that note, we're going to take a short break and we're back at 8 o'clock. But before we
How
go,
long's the break?
10 minutes, so 8 o'clock.
10 minutes.
So before we go though, while we're on this break, we have a challenge for you in the audience. What I'd like you guys to do while we're on the break is create your own little short story. It has to be short because obviously I want you to put it in a comment. So a short story and post it in the comments. And when we come back, we will try and figure out if the ones that you're talking about are true or false. And then you can tell us the answers. And then we'll move on to round 2. So we'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes. Okay, we are back. We're just waiting for Oscar and Ollie to come back, and then we'll carry on. We haven't.
Does that mean we win and walk over? Then?
It does. It means we've won by default. Just to reiterate again, if you guys have any like stories you want to put in the chat, because we didn't get any stories in the break, if you put a short story in there, we'll try and determine whether it's a true story or a fake story. And the second half of this sort of podcast is definitely a lot of sort of audience participation, because we're going to be doing 3 stories. There'll be personal stories about us. Kim's going to do one. I'm going to do one. And then Ollie and Oscar are going to do one as well. And then one of those stories will be false. So this what? Oh, so I just got a message pop up from Oscar. But yeah, one of those stories will be false. But we want you guys in the audience to guess whether it's true or false. So get your fingers ready to tell us whether you think it's true or false. And while you're at it, do some stories as well. So I've just got a message saying they're at the shop. They've gone to the shop. How long did they think we were going to be off for?
You did say 10
I
minutes.
did say 10 minutes. I said 8 o'clock. Typical urban explorers this is. If you didn't know, urban explorers are very, very unreliable.
Aren't you an urban explorer?
No. I like to be I'm the exception to the rule. I'm a reliable urban explorer.
Yeah.
Well, while they're gone, I'll talk a bit about what's going up on the channel soon, because I have been out exploring now. We have got new videos on the way. I'm currently working on 2 videos, so you look out for those coming up very, very soon. And if you haven't seen already, the channel was kind of changed in the way that we're now focusing on 3 separate things on the channel. So Tazer Urbex, obviously the channel's not called Tazer Urbex anymore, but Tazer Urbex is still a thing, but it's now a series on this channel, where that'll be all your abandoned, your urban exploring, that kind of stuff. The podcast here will be every single month on the last Friday of every month, and we'll be doing things like travel and adventure, that kind of stuff. So the idea is, so instead of just doing like the illegal, I use air quotes, illegal activities like urban exploring, we have legal adventures as well. So things like going magnet fishing. I'd love to go and do travel and go around the world, look around at stuff like that. Maybe go on adventures in other things, things like zip wires, going mining with actual groups and stuff, not just like underground in dangerous ways that we do it. So that's the 3 focuses on this channel now: is the podcast once a month, regular videos for both urban exploring and also adventure / travel stuff. So in the summer that'll ramp up quite a lot with the more sort of travel and adventure side of things, but there should be regular videos for urban exploring. Was that Oscar?
Well,
Yeah. If you want an update on what we're doing,
yep, go for it.
We're doing a lot of gaming now, but on the What You After channel, it will be going to various places, some abandoned, some not, and investigating them with our paranormal equipment that we've.
Nice. I want to come on some of these with you. I definitely do, because
yeah,
I don't believe in ghosts. I'm a skeptic, but I think that's also a good concept to have somebody like that on and explore like that. So yeah, I mean, I want to play some more Phasmorphia with you guys as well at some point.
Oh, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we believe, but we are also massively skeptical.
Yeah, so you don't like jump straight to the conclusion that that bang must be a ghost.
No.
Oh no!
It's more likely one of you farting.
If we think something's fake, we'll call it out for being fake, like even on our own videos.
Yeah. That's what you got to be, isn't it?
We done one the other day, and we were doing a spirit box session, and after it, we sat for like a good hour. So I was just thinking, talking back and forth, trying to think of like what it could be or anything.
Yeah,
no, it's really interesting.
And we got all of it on camera, and we intend to keep it all in the video.
More of that to come on What You After, so make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah, don't forget, if you're watching this after the fact, their link will be in the description, so please do go and subscribe. Oscar, I'm just sending you a message on Facebook. Don't say anything on the stream, because obviously I don't want to give away any answers for people who are guessing whether our stories are true or not. I just want to...
Wait, what? Sorry?
Yeah, I'll just check your Facebook. I'm going to message you.
Okay.
Cool. Right. Are we about ready to sort of start?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll go in a slightly different order this time because obviously I started the last 2 times. So, Kim, did you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure, I can.
Yeah.
By the way, I went to the shop to get some alcohol.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Because it's not like I didn't give you a massive bag after the wedding, is
nice
it?
big glass of red wine. I've just had an ice cream, and I'm about to tuck into some Ferrero Rocher chocolate.
Yeah, he's being a.
I thought I can't stay on this stream any longer without something in my body.
He got red
Thanks.
wine and I got wife beer. So,
So yeah, because it's not like I didn't give you a
Nathan,
massive.
you are driving people to alcoholism.
Well, exactly. Well, I didn't need to drive Oscar to alcohol. That's just him. Right. Yeah. Go on then. Go on then, Kim. Your turn.
Well, yeah. Some background. My family runs a tourist operation where they do dog sledding for tourists on the winters,
let's get a
obviously.
piece of chocolate.
Okay, are we
actually-
listening to the story on
Yeah,
it?
just before we carry
yeah.
on, just to reiterate, by the way, we'll do all 3 stories. We're not going to say whether they're truth or lies because it's not for us to guess. This is for the audience watching, so they need to guess which one of these 3 stories that are told are true. So don't say anything about truth or false or anything like that because we're not guessing. They are.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as I said, my family is running a tourist business called Aurora Borealis, by the way.
Sorry.
Commercial.
Northern Lights.
It's called what?
Aurora Borealis, meaning the Northern Lights.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Yep.
Yeah, you say that, but I don't think you do.
Aurora
Anyway.
Borealis. I do know what you mean.
This was some years ago, when he was just first starting, and he took 3 Asians out on a dog sledding tour in a big sled. So they were sitting in the sled, and they had 14 dogs pulling, and my dad driving.
Okay.
And it was quite a lot of snow. It was hard packed on the track, but in the snow beside the tracks were very loose and pretty deep.
Mhm.
And on one of this is a bad translation, but on one of the swamps, it's not really a swamp, but that's how it translates to English.
Yep.
It's they see a big moose standing on the same track.
Oh god,
And-
mooses are huge, aren't they?
Yeah, they're huge. And obviously, it has also concluded that the snow on the sides are just too deep to walk on.
Mhm.
And it just
Are we
starts to
talking
walk.
Bus huge, or are we talking like obese man huge? What kind of huge?
They are
Not
300
that it's
kilos,
important,
I
I've
think.
never seen a moose.
They're like a big horse.
Yeah, mooses are massive. They are absolutely
Yeah.
huge. And so they would.
They're bigger than a horse.
Yeah.
There's like a big horse.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
300 kilos or up and upwards.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, but was it dinosaur sized?
Did it have short arms where it didn't look like it do very much with them?
Yeah. Well, it starts to walk towards the sled, and Dad already knows that he can't drive past it because the track is too narrow. He can't turn around because the snow is too loose. So they just stop. There's nowhere for them to go. And as the moose reaches the dogs also knows there's no way out. So they don't bark. They don't do anything. They just lie flat on the ground, make themselves as small and insignificant as absolutely possible. And the moose is stepping between them. By a miracle, missing them and not getting tagged up in all the lines of the dogs. And Dad is just standing there going, "What the fuck do I do? There's nothing I can do." And eventually the moose comes so close that it's standing above his guests on the sled, who, just as the dogs are trying to sort of hunker down, but it can't pass my father because he's standing in the back, and there's this huge things when you're holding the sled in, so he can't go over any further than that. And it just stops, and they're just looking at each other.
So that's
And
pretty
then-
scary because mooses they're not just big, they're aggressive as well, aren't they? They're very
huge,
aggressive.
and they're very territorial. It's like, you're
so
on my
you-
track,
like-
you have to run, and there's
You've
nowhere
had
to
A
go.
lot of first-hand contact with moose kind.
Yeah.
Have you not? Because you've not seen a real moose. They are literally massive and they're very aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking like you've had one as a pet.
No, but I don't need to. The stories that I've heard, there's so many. Like moose, you're more likely to get like a moose attack than like some bears. Because some bears are less aggressive than moose are.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I've learned tonight is you can't trust the story. We've got basically all of ours wrong tonight.
Well, to be fair, we were all told the truth. We need some more liars, don't we?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, as the moose is just staring at my father, and my father is having this, this. I need to protect my guests at this point because this could get really dangerous.
Yeah.
My guests are below the moose, so that's the only thing he can think of, and he punches the moose on the snout, and he punches it so hard that it wobbles to the side and has to step on side of the track where the snow is so loose, so it falls over. And Dad just runs the dog and must go, and the dog just, yep, that's our cue.
I'll tell you
And
what.
by the time the moose has gotten up on the track again, the dogs are running at full speed, and Dad is just, ooh.
I'll tell you what. If this is true, your dad's a badass. I'll tell you that.
Is your dad Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
And the thing is, my dad would never tell a story like this because he's not that type of person. The only reason this became known is because of the 3 Asians
Yeah.
that were telling this
What were you
on the
gonna say,
flight
'cause of the
back,
dogs?
talking to a reporter who then called my dad, and he had an interview for a newspaper.
Jesus.
Otherwise, no one would have known because Dad wouldn't have told anyone.
Wow. That's incredible. That's cool. Very cool though. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that the whole story? Is it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Did you guys want to go next?
You can go next.
Me? Okay, cool. Okay. So, my story is so I've done a headline for this as well. I once had to sing in a school play by myself because I thought the word solo meant trio. So I don't know how old, probably about 5 or 6. No, I would have been older than that. Must have been older than that. Must about 6 or 7. I was in like primary school. And there was a nativity.
Was that back when there was like horse and cart?
Yeah, when there was like stone wheels and everyone used their feet to push their cars around,
Yeah.
like the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Did you see a real dinosaur?
I did, yeah. It was just like the moose.
But he is the real dinosaur.
exactly. So it was I'm a primary school and it was a nativity play coming up, and as per usual, you have to audition for these parts. And me and some friends decided that we wanted to go for this part. And like I said, it was a singing part for King Herod. And we thought that trio meant that we could do it together. Well, sorry, it said solo, but we thought it meant trio. And we thought we could do it together. The funny thing is, like, the 3 of us went for this position, but somehow I actually got the part. And successfully learnt and performed the part, which I can't sing. My singing's bad, really bad. So I don't know how I managed to get it. But not only did I successfully learn the part and sing the part, after I finished, I was asked to do an encore.
This arises questions with me.
Well, yeah, I can't.
Do you remember what the performance piece was?
What the words were?
Yeah, what was this thing that you had to sing?
It was something like, I've got another. I know that one line was, "I've got a trick or two up my sleeve because I'm not finished." It was something like that. But I was singing as I was King Herod himself, but I was singing. There was a singing part, but it was a long time ago. But I remember as well. There's a video somewhere that my dad's got on VHS of me singing it at home, practicing in my dressing gown. And
did you say you had to dance as well?
There wasn't much in the way of dance. There was a bit of dancing, but it wasn't like that much. It was just sort of moving your arms.
Because if you said full choreography.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't like, I mean, I was like 6 or 7 at the time, so they wouldn't have given anything too complicated. But it was just the fact.
Is there a possibility that you can Google these lyrics and give us a reference?
There's definitely not a video online, if that's what you mean.
No, I mean, you do a reference showcase now.
Oh, I doubt it. I mean, the way that sort of nativity plays work is they tend to have like these things that like school packs pass between schools. But this is back like 2000 and no, even before that, because I started 1999, so I was secondary school. So mid 90s. I doubt there's anything left at all. This is barely like the internet wasn't really a thing, so it's probably nothing on there. But like I said, I can't sing for Toffee now, so I have no idea how I managed to get the part, but I did, and I was asked to do an encore for some reason, and that's my story.
If your dad still has that tape,
Good.
He probably
it needs to
does.
go public.
He probably does. He's a bit of a hoarder, my dad. So he's got VHS tapes like up to his eyeballs. So there's probably somewhere
You
there
are
is.
a YouTuber. You have to post this.
maybe maybe I could get him to find it at some point. I'll get it posted, but it will be embarrassing because I couldn't sing then and I can't sing now.
This is your homework for next week.
Well, maybe if this gets, I tell you what, if this gets 100 likes, then I'll see if I can find it.
Right, so that means I'm on 100 accounts.
I'm
Yeah, you
not
got-
liking it.
He's like, I don't want to see that shit.
I'm not even subscribed.
Oh, rude! Oh, it's all right. Not many people are.
Awesome.
Go on
Only
then.
from when I'm busy.
What's your guys' story then?
Our story. Okay, so you may have heard bits of this before. So me and Ollie did an Urbex video that had a really good hit in the paper that ultimately led to us getting arrested for attempted murder.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So we went to a care home that had power and everything. It shut down about a year before.
Probably the best explorer you could have ever had.
Yeah, it was really, really, really quite.
Absolutely immaculate. Power's still on everything.
We did the intro
Jeez.
from the lift.
Yeah,
Wait,
lift still
sorry,
worked.
you were in the lift, and I wouldn't have even trusted that, even if the power was
I
on.
would not have done that.
Like the building was like brand new. It was like built, and then it was used for like 8 months, and then it just closed down.
They were mistreating people. So when our article came up, digging up all the dirt about a year later, it obviously ruffled some feathers.
Yeah.
And the owner, because of our video, the local kids were going there and trying to get in, and the owner went mad and tried to mow 3 kids down with his car.
Oh,
And
God.
successfully hit one,
Successfully
putting him in hospital.
So wait, how does that mean you guys get attempted murder if he did it?
Because it was because of us that they went there. We were taken to Yeovil police station, and they sat us down and they said, "Well, we'll tell you why we're here. There's been an attempted murder that you're a part of. You're a part of the
Jesus.
investigation."
Because they saw your video.
Because of us,
Yeah.
essentially, is what snowballed it to happen. I think a lot of it was formalities and finding
Yeah, but
out.
still, that kind of.
It was quite a
Yeah.
shock when we sat there and heard it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So was there any more details to that, or is that the story?
You're more than welcome to have more detail.
Yeah.
Well, just before we do that, then, just because again, you guys watching at home, this is for you guys to decide. I want you guys to put in the chat which story you think is fake, because one of these stories is fake. So just to go again, we've got Kim's dad punching a moose.
And Chuck Norris.
Which is fucking brilliant, by the way. That's true. We've got me singing in a school play, basically by accident because I thought the word solo meant trio. And we've got you guys getting arrested for attempted murder. So let us know which one of those. Hang on, sorry, one sec, Oscar, just one sec. Put in the chat which one of those you think is the false story. So type in the chat which one you think is the false story, and we'll come back to Oscar now.
Just for a bit of context, Ant was with us from Abandoned Seekers, and the news article had to be taken down because of the investigation, but it was getting us loads of views, so I was sour about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So what I'll do in a second, when these guys have put in the chat what one they think is the truth, what I'll do is I'll go around each one of us and I'll light up on screen whether it's true or false when you say it, and then we'll get around everybody, and then that way they can figure out who it is. But we'll do it one at a time. What was I going to say? No, my mind's gone blank. Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it was a weird turn of events. Because I was, at the time, I was living in Weymouth. And randomly, just get a knock, and suddenly, I'm in the back of a car.
So I guess you were at the Explorer as well. You were there, but you weren't.
Yeah, me. It was me, Ollie, and Ant.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we all
Was
got.
Ultimate there?
So where
No,
did you
it's
get?
just us three.
Where did you get picked up?
Hey?
Where did you get picked up by the police? Like where
Oh,
were
it
you?
was after the video had been posted and stuff, so we
Yeah,
weren't
yeah.
together at the time.
It was about 2-3 weeks later.
Yeah.
We all got arrested on the same day and taken to the same station, like pretty much nearly at the same time.
Holy
Jesus.
shit.
It's insane. I mean, we've done some crazy.
I would have crapped my pants at that.
We've done some crazy stuff on Explorers, I have to admit. Like, obviously, I've been, I've had armed police come and arrest me and Colin at an abandoned mansion before. That was interesting, with like dogs and stuff, and being obviously handcuffed and taken down through the building. With like, there was literally 25 police and like 6 different cars and stuff. It's insane.
Oh wow.
But there's some random stuff. But that takes the biscuit to be like charged with attempted murder. That takes the biscuit.
Yeah.
But
We weren't charged.
well, suspected, arrested on those
No,
charges.
we did do prison time.
Yeah, we didn't.
You did
actually
prison
try and
time.
Yeah.
That'd be why you were as
Because
quiet for like
obviously-
6 months.
The
That's
case
right.
against us kind of fell apart because we didn't technically actually have a proper hand in it.
Well,
We just uploaded a video.
That's what I
Yeah.
said, because my first thought was you wouldn't have. However, you had any involvement in that at all, because you just posted
Yeah.
a video. Sorry, just reading the chat. Sarah Bell says the chair is in the Vatican. Let me know if full story shows up. For some reason, I can't see all the chat. All I'm seeing is the chair is in the Vatican. That's literally the only line I'm seeing. So I don't know if I'm going to give the page.
What
a bit
does
of,
that mean?
I don't know. I'm going to give the page a bit of a refresh because I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, so Sarah says false for the murder case arrest.
Okay, so we'll give it a few more minutes. I want, if anyone else is in the chat, like, please do. I mean, this says there's 6 people watching, so there should be a few people here. Please let us know what you think. Which one do you think is the false one? So we've got one for the murder case, just let us know, because this last bit really we know out of the 3 of us which one is the one that's not true. So we want you guys to pick the answer. What I'd like to do is, if you're watching this after,
Just in case anyone wondered, Nathan's actually gifting a channel membership to one lucky person tonight.
I don't even know how to do that.
Oh, you just got to go into the chat.
That's the
and
false. That's the
it's-
false story. That's the false story.
I will tell you though, I have just remembered a funny little part about our story. Was during questioning, they asked us, basically they said to us, what were you doing in there? Like, because they said that they
burglary as well.
they tried to say, like, they were like, what were you, did you go in there to take anything, or because it
The
was
usual,
extremely
yeah.
vandalized afterwards. And I remember saying to him, I sat there and I said, if we were there to burgle or vandalize the place, why the fuck did we film it?
Well,
And then
yeah,
put it on the internet.
we get this a lot, don't we? When we go to places and they're just like, we think you've been nicking stuff, and you're like, well, look at the footage. Then you can see what we're doing. You can see why we're there. Here's my card. I literally have a business card that I go around with. So I'm like, here's my card. Here's my channel. Here's my footage. Like, it's like, why would I turn up, film myself doing something illegal? And it's always like when they search your bag as well, they won't find anything in it, but they'll just assume that you were there to steal things.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, the footage says otherwise. It's like that when we went to that place where we got arrested by police. The guy that was there was going, well, we're going to take you down to the station and interview there. And I was like, why? And he was like, oh, because we suspect you've been stealing stuff, and this is a MOD site, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I've dealt with police for years, and there's no need to do that. We can show you the footage of how we got in. You can see there's nothing in our bag if you've researched us. You can see the footage we've taken already. You can see why would as a burglar, why am I going to take a camera just so I can talk to it while I'm doing a burglary?
Yeah.
And it's like,
It
it's
would
such
be
a waste.
nice if criminals were that stupid.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
exactly. It's like, let me just film this crime I'm doing, so you've got some nice evidence when you send the call.
I'm just send it to Lad Bible.
Yeah, I'm going to send my crime to Lad Bible,
Yeah.
so millions of people can see it.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to literally give you 2 more minutes in the chat if you guys want to try and guess which one of the stories is fake. Again, I'll just go over them just in case you've just joined. So Kim told a story about his dad punching a moose. I told a story about accidentally getting into a nativity play and having to do a singing part because I thought the word solo meant trio, and I was trying to do it with my friends. And the other guys talked about getting arrested for attempted murder. So literally 2 more minutes and we'll give you the result of that. But tell us in the chat which one you think is the false story. And I've lost my mind again, literally. Lost my mind. That's not what I meant. I keep going to say something.
Where you last put it.
I know, I'm getting too old. I literally started saying something and then I was like, what am I trying to say? I can't remember. And it's gone. It's literally, do you ever do that? It just goes blank. I can't remember.
It's the same thing when you walk into a room and just, why did I walk into this room?
How many
What
times?
was I doing?
How many times have you walked into a room or gone to look for your phone or something and you're like, where the hell is my phone? And it's in your hand.
Oh, I did something stupid. Then just the other day, I lost my phone and I couldn't find it. And I thought, I call my mom and tell her to call my phone. And I was like, oh wait, I can't call my mom because I can't find the phone.
Have you seen? There's the thing going around on TikTok. I think I wanted to try it somewhere. It's really funny, where people, like I said, they're out in a restaurant with like a friend, and obviously their friend goes to the bathroom and they leave their phone on the table. They take a picture of the phone, and then their friend goes off or whatever, takes their phone with them, and they send them a picture of their phone, say you've left your phone behind. So the friend comes back to look for the phone, but even though he's seen the message on his phone.
Really?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm actually going to have to come off the stream, so Ollie's carrying it out to the end for me.
No problem. Thank you for coming, and
right.
guys, don't forget to check out what you're after. I'm sure that Oscar will be on at some point again in the future.
Yeah, they're
like
always
nice
the
chaps.
best videos when I'm there. So
No problem. Have a good evening.
Well, it's definitely the fucking brightest for your fucking haircut.
all right, well done. Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
Nice knowing you.
He's not dying. Nice knowing you. Sarah says, sign of old age. I know this all too well. Yeah. Do some weird stuff. You really do. What I was going to say, actually, I just remember what I was going to say now. So if you're watching this after the fact, because this will be available on the channel afterwards, please leave any stories in the comments as well. And next month, who's talking? I am talking. Don't interrupt.
Oh, it was me talking to Oscar because he's going. I'm still here, by the way.
So tell her to bugger off. You have been told. Right, anyway, as I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted. So if you leave your comments, your stories in the comments, next month, these live streams, the Truth or Lies live streams, are going to happen on the last Friday of every month. So the next one, I think, is the 23rd of February. Let me just double check that. Hang on. Yeah, 23rd of Feb. So if you guys are watching this after the fact, leave a comment or a story down below and we'll talk about them in the next live stream and we'll try and guess whether they're true or false or not. So yeah, don't write in the comment whether it's true or false. If you'll come and join us on that live stream, then you can tell us whether it's true or false or not. But anyway, that is enough time. You guys have plenty of time to try and write comments. So let's start with Kim. Was your story true or false?
It was true.
It was true.
My dad
So
actually punched a moose.
your dad is actually Chuck Norris. That is.
Well, he's not Chuck Norris, but he did punch the moose.
That is so.
Fucking hell, that's some strong genes.
That is so badass. Right. Okay.
I
So
tried to find the newspaper clipping, but I couldn't find it.
I need to see that at some point. I do need to see that. That's really cool. So next story was my one, and I can tell you, I was an idiot, and I absolutely thought the word solo meant trio, and it was true. And I did sing in a school play somehow, and got asked.
Again, I want to see that.
Like I said, if this gets 100 likes, I will try and find that footage. So 100 likes.
Yeah.
This video will be up again. So for the next month, if you can get 100 likes before the next live stream, I will do it. That means there's only one story left. So was your story true or was it false?
It was false.
That's correct. It was a lie. So there is some truth in that, isn't there?
It was only false to an extent.
Yeah. So
it was only false to a certain extent. We didn't physically get arrested.
Okay. So
we did have to go to the police station. We did get interviewed.
Yeah.
They did say we were part of the whole of the case and that they wanted to try and say that we burgled the place and that we caused it, but we didn't physically get arrested for it. But the rest of the story was completely true.
Nice, cool.
I would
So,
still shit my pants if the cops told me that.
so sort of true, and sort of fucked as well. A bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both. Right. Okay. Well, that is it for this month's show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, please leave a like and a comment down below. Go and check out everyone's channel as well. Kim, you haven't really got a channel with you, but you can go. You'll see Kim on a future one of these. You can say hi to him next time. Just leave a comment saying hi, Kim, down below. But go and check out the What You're After Boys, and we will see you next time. So thank you so much for watching, and good evening. Bye.
Bye.
And we're off.